Okay, we have a video here. We got a question from the coaching group. If you want the best coaching out there with weight loss, fitness, travel, building a six-figure income on social media, I don't know anyone out there who's built more six-figure income earning social media careers than I have. Do you know anyone out there who's done more than I have on social media in terms of career building? I don't know anyone. Sounds arrogant, but it's true. Go to Durianrider.com, join the coaching group. So look around the coaching group link and get on that. And this is a question from the coaching group. Fantastic question from a female member in the coaching group at Durianrider.com. My biggest question is, do you think it's possible for me to correct, I'm reading this off the screen here, do you think it's possible to correct my hormone thyroid damage I have done to them? I have a real opportunity to showcase the power of sugar. Yes, you do, Emily. If I document the healing of the massive damage I've done to myself, it could be powerful, but I don't want to make claims that online and then turn it out I've gone too far to fix it and make it look like the sugar doesn't work, represent the movement poorly. Logical thinking. A little bit about me metabolically. I've never restricted on purpose growing up or anything, but I do feel like I never really ate enough. Easy to do. I went vegan for the animals in 2014, thanks to you and Freely. Forever grateful. Good to hear. And I was slim, so I didn't really care about eating healthy food, so I ate mostly junk like veggie chicken burgers and freezer fries with random spurts of trying and falling to be raw. Again, so you're eating a lot higher fat than you probably used to be eating, especially if you're thin, you start eating a lot of fatty foods, you're going to get fatter. Freezer fries especially are pretty oily. And raw food, generally people smash in too many nuts, avocados and seeds and raw oils, raw cold pressed oils, so they're also full of fat. And the fat we eat is the fat we wear, baby. Unless we're burning all that fat off with massive amounts of cardio every day. But who's doing that? Who's training? Who's burning, 10 hours a day cardio, burn all that fat off? I don't know anyone's doing that. Yeah, like year in, year out. That's why most ultra cyclists are fat, They're like, wow, you ride 400 miles a week. You look like you don't ride at all. You're fat. Doesn't make them bad people. I'm just saying, like, physiologically speaking, it doesn't matter what you weigh in terms of quality of person. I'm just saying, physiologically speaking, you're fat because you eat too much fat. Simple as that. It's not calories in, calories out. It's fat. That's what all those ultra riders, they're smashing all the bacon, the eggs, the oil, the cream, the lard, and they're fucking fat, man. Because they're eating so much fat, they can't burn all the fat off. It's fat in, fat out. Simple as that. Fat grams matter. And you can disagree with me, but you're still wrong. I'm 44, lean as, mate. And if I never touched steroids, I'd be about 20 kilos lighter than I am now. So, simple as that. I could probably get in at 55 kilos if I wanted. I'm 6 foot tall, could take 80.3 kilos. I could probably get in at 55. If I really wanted, and be feeling fine. But I'd look like a tapeworm with HIV. This was all fine until I really did damage in 2020. Okay, so in the first half of 2019, I followed your protocol and got incredibly healthy and slim. Then for some reason I'll never understand, I started drinking alcohol, and went really hard with it for the rest of the year. And all of 2020, this looked like drinking an entire large bottle of wine almost every day. Well, it's not that much. I mean, it's bad, not good for your liver, but I stopped drinking at the beginning of 2021. I also took birth control from 2019 to 2020. Yeah, okay, birth control, here we go. I am now sterilized and single, so I'm not sure if you got tubal ligation, but if you did, congrats. Lastly, I had a job I hated during 2020 and would accidentally restrict all day by not eating much at work and then straight home, binge out and fatty foods at night. Yeah, typical. It really does sound like I was trying to damage my hormones, doesn't it, lol? You weren't trying to, but yes, Emily, you definitely did, which a lot of people do, alright? You're not the only one out there, so it's okay. And you're on the right path now, which is the main thing. I was in the mindset of always been slim, it'll be fine. Wrong. I'm now obese and tired all the time. The extra weight feels so heavy constantly, and I've lost all motivation for everything, basically. Now, Emily did send in her blood tests, and we looked at her thyroid, TSH levels, boom, right up there. So when your TSH is up, you feel like crap. You're like, oh, I can't be done. You feel frumpy and dumpy and lethargic and apathetic. Because that's your body saying, chill, man. We're in a famine. You've starved us for so long. We got to chill out because we're in a famine. So if we lower that TSH and your T3, T4 go right up and you'll energize the bunny, then you're going to burn off all these calories that we stored because you said that we're in a famine. You restricted your carbs, and now our body thinks we're in a famine. That's why you see all those YouTubers out there, more dates, more plates. Guy's got 1 million subscribers, doing some great content, but still has no idea how to get lean and stay lean. He still thinks sugar's bad. So this guy's got massive depression. You can see it in his tonalities videos. Dude's making absolute bank, 1 million subs, super, all his fans, and the dude looks depressed as heck. Same with that guy who did the Quest bars, Tom Bilyeu or whatever. Sugar phobic, eyes just look sad and stressed out. Sad to see, man. Really, really sad to see. That's why I make these videos. So yeah, sounds like you tried to damage your hormones. Blah, 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 blah. You accidentally did by your habits. Yes. I'm currently 5'8", 220 pounds. Fuck, you're big, man. You are big. 220 pounds. That's about 100 kg. I'm 80.3. Like an extra 20 kilos on me, man. I'd be massive. I would be a monster, a swolger. Damn, 220 at 5'8". Oh man, you could be like a freaking bouncer. You could you could be a NFL linebacker. 220 at 5'8". That is some that's some mass. That just goes to show the human body has unlimited ability to store fat. If you train it hard enough with starving, restricting carbs, and putting your body in that famine mode, no carbs, famine. That's what happens in the brain. And so your body's go, all right, we've got to store, we've got to get weight, we've got to bunker down because we've got famine. We're in a famine mode. So you basically become like a world record famine. Because, I mean, if Emily and me did a water fast, I would die. She would survive because she's 220. I'm like 175, 180. Yeah, she got like 40 pounds on me. She would last a lot longer. A lot longer. I would die before she would. That's just because she's trained herself to store the fat. Store the fat. She's trained herself to do that. Without wanting to do that, she just has done that. It's a bit like the person who, who has to swim a mile a day to get food and water. They don't really want to do that, but they got to do that to eat. So they train themselves to be a really good swimmer. And maybe one day they enter a competition and they go pretty good because they've trained themselves as swimmers the last 10 years. So that's whatever we train at is what we become. So 220, damn. I've never been close this big, and at first it was upsetting, but now I don't really care personally. I just feel like shit because I'm representing veganism poorly. Hey, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but if you weren't vegan, you would probably be like 320. You definitely would be bigger than 220. If you weren't vegan, you would... I've seen it. I've seen people go up to 400 pounds, 500 pounds. Okay, 500 pounder. My 500 pound life, right? Not non-vegans. There's only look at that Nikocado avocado. Here's a guy I got on YouTube. Got him very, very famous and successful. And look at Nikocado now, today, not having a dig, just saying, physiologically speaking. Look at Nikocado when he was in my videos, back in 2013 or whatever, New York, and look at him now. The fat we eat is the fat we wear. Definitely, And the animal products, man. Animal products make you huge. The hugest versus your twin who's full vegan, low carb, high carb, low fat. But whenever we do low carb, we teach our thyroid, store more fat. We are in a famine. Store fat. Low carb equals store fat. Even though you might lose weight initially because you're starving yourself at 100 calories a day, as keto wins, you're going to rebound the heck back. And you're going to go right up 220, 240, 550. Yeah, sumo wrestler style. I desperately want to inspire people to go vegan to help animals, but I've dug myself in a big hole and I wouldn't inspire anyone right now. That is true. No, yes, no. You wouldn't inspire anyone. You can still inspire people with the truth. You might not look like a vegan. You might look like you eat vegans, but, jokes aside, you can still be inspiring people, all right? So there's a lady called Victoria Botenko, and she was Big Mama. Victoria Botenko was Big Mama, but she made millions of dollars and influenced a lot of people to drink green smoothies. Right? She was obviously sneaking a lot of fatty food on the side and non-vegan stuff to get that big. But yeah, she was Big Mama, and her daughter Valia. They were great speakers and great authors and great recipe producers. But yeah, they had some eating issues, but they were big girls. But they inspire a lot of people. So don't think you have to look like Natasha or one of my girlfriends to be a hitter. That's not true at all. Hey, I mean, plenty of people say, you about Natasha or my girlfriend's like, you guys are too skinny. Look at you, you look like a rake. So whenever if you're fat or you're thin, haters gonna hate. Look at you, you're so fat. Look at you, so thin. You're muscular. You steroids. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. That's why if your hair's really bushy, get a haircut. If you're bald, you're bald. Like, it's whatever you're at. If you got dark skin or light skin, it's just haters gonna hate. Don't worry about it. Haters gonna hate. Don't worry about it. So again, if we live people's approval, we'll die by their rejection. So yeah, definitely, Emily, just stay on track. Keep the fat under 10, 20 grams a day. Under 10 grams a day, ideally. You're 220, definitely under 10 grams a day. I got broken up with a few days ago, and I feel like I'm really low as I can go. That's good. I mean, having people in your life, it takes energy and time and stuff like that. So it's hard to really give to ourselves if we've got people in our life who are draining us. It's really, really hard. So this is good that you've dumped this dude, or this dude's dumped you. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Now you have more energy. So, right, so that's whatever happens in life. There's always a positive. Okay. Always a positive. I remember meeting this homeless person in San Francisco back in 2006. And I was like, I said, we got chatting about something. And I said, what's it like being homeless in San Francisco? And the lady's like, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm like, really? How come? She goes, I get to read my books. She had a trolley of stuff, and in there's all these books under this tarp she showed me. She's like, take a book. I said, I'm good. I've got my audiobooks with me, but... And she's, I was like, wow, this lady gets it, She told me a story, now she's up in the street, but she's like, I actually prefer it. I don't have to worry about rent, I don't have to worry about the neighbours, I can read all day in the park. I love it, And I was like, damn, she got it made. So, no housework, it's always a positive, man. There's always a positive. No loud neighbours, you just get your trolley and walk off down the road or whatever, So it's pros and cons to everything. We wouldn't be safe in the street. How safe are you in your own home? So there you go. There's pros and cons to everything. You always got to find the pro if you're focusing on the con and feeling a bit average. I desperately want to help inspire people to go vegan. To help, man, you're gonna great. You could be the next high carb Hannah. You could be the next high carb Hannah. You could be high carb Emily. High Carb Hannah. Go check out High Carb Hannah. I made that name for her. I helped her get on YouTube. I think I even monetized her account back in 2014. And now Hannah's made, I would say, millions of dollars on her before and after photos. I told her exactly what photos to use. I mean, we had a bit of a miff and a biff back in the day there. But it's all good now. But yeah, she met her husband through me, Derek, and he went from Canada, moved down to the USA, which he preferred. So again, another example of people have helped out and they're cranking with the money, living their lifestyle they want. And Hannah lost all that weight. And I mean, she's doing things now I don't really agree with, but I think she's a nice person, definitely. But again, sometimes old habits are hard to do with calories in, calories out. But the moral story is she massively reduced her fat intake and slimmed right up. I mean, it'd be good if Hannah lived in Adelaide and I could train her even better. And she would really start to go, damn, this thing works real good. But Hannah was very smart, and she listened to what I said, and she did it, most of it, and she's done really, 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 really well. Especially the social media stuff she listened to. She was, very logical. That was good on her. So yeah, that's the deal there. I have zero distraction. I don't really have friends. This is great. You got no friends. You got no dude. You are fucking full-time you. Full-time you. All your focus can be on you. Right? In terms of good things. That's freaking awesome. That's so powerful. That's what you need. Everyone needs those times in their life where it's just about us. Not in a like, oh, poor me. But just to go, okay, what's important in my life? What do I need to improve? It's not about like focusing on ourselves and suffering. It's like, okay, now it's time. How can I improve my behavior? How I treat people? Everyone needs that downtime, not downtime, alone time. There's no downtime. If downtime you play video games, you're wasting time, distracting yourself. But everyone needs that solo time where you can go, what's important to me? What's my life purpose? What's my life purpose? Spending a day in a dark room by yourself. No phone, no distractions. Just really going deep and just what's important to me in my life. Who do I need to apologize to? Who do I need to apologize to for doing stupid shit to? Publicly. All right? And do that. And that's when you get the glow back in your face. Public apologize to people that we may have hurt, etc. That's powerful. All right? That's why if there's anyone in my life who wants a public apology, boom, Durianriders@gmail.com. You'll get it. If I haven't done that already. Going to bed at 8 p.m. Yes, high carb sugars, aiming for 4,000 calories a day. You don't have to aim for 4,000 calories a day. You don't have to aim for 2,000. You don't have to aim for 20,000. Aim for going to bed satisfied. Breakfast, you're satisfied. Lunch, you're satisfied. Dinner, you're satisfied. That might be 1,000 calories a day on day one. And then eventually might be 10,000 calories. Whatever. Go what satisfies you. And keep it, but when it comes to looking at something, go for fat intake, super low. Getting on the back of the bike, yes, just get rid of the car on the bike. You never set foot in the car again. You ride your bike everywhere. You get manic about that. I know if Natasha was 220 pounds, she would be committed and do whatever the fuck it took. So yeah, go turkey. Aiming to be. You don't need alcohol. Fuck alcohol off. It's bad for your liver, bad for your kidneys, bad for your brain. Especially when you're going through life improvements, you don't need alcohol. If you drink once a month, okay. But best, you don't need it. You've done enough drinking, You've done enough drinking. So yeah, this is the deal here. But yeah, you're on point. You know what to do. Keep that fat under 10 grams a day. Keep the fruit, the white rice, sugar, absolutely unlimited as much as you crave. Okay? And again, that could be 4,000. It could be 2,347. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Listen to your body when it comes to carbohydrate. Your body will let you know how much is enough. Because it will just be like, I'm done. I can't eat any more carbs. Like, yeah, what a gag. Ugh. If you look at white rice and soy sauce, you're like, ugh. You're not hungry. Don't eat. Do something else. Okay? If you look at fruit and you're like, oh, good fruit. Good quality fruit. You're like, ugh. You're not hungry. Do something else. Have a nap. Get to work. Make money. Get some massage. Have some good sex. Whatever. Like, just, you're done. So, yeah. You're on track. You're going to get so skinny. You're 5'8". So you're petite. So what are you, like 173? So you'll be about 50 kilos. 53 kilos on my protocol long term. 50 to 53 kilos. What's that? 110 pound? 115? You're going to halve your body weight, basically. You're going to halve your body mass. Guaranteed. No exceptions. No fucking exceptions.